Welcome to Invest Downtown Great Falls. I'm Jolene Schalper with Great Falls Development Authority, and I get to be the moderator today. We have several presenters that are on to talk about their projects, talk about why they chose downtown and the tools that they've used for downtown development. We're pretty excited to welcome you all to this. Downtown Great Falls has such exciting opportunities going on right now. We have opportunities that were identified during our visioning process that we'll talk about today. We have businesses that have formed and that are planning, and we'll even talk about a couple of announcements today. We have 3 minutes for each of our presenters today. So if you've been to our Ignite that we host at the start of every new year, you know the format. We are quick and give you the information that you want and that you're excited about, and that will help you as you move forward with your projects. So let's just jump in, and we're going to dive right in to Big Sky Select Properties with Brion Linseth, and Christian is pulling up their slides right now.
Good morning, Jolene. This is Brion, and I've got Jason Linseth on with me too, and we're here to talk about two Big Sky Select projects, actually. We've got the ongoing projects that is the Lofts at the Northern, which is over top of the Mighty Mo. We've also got the Station District residential and commercial component. Christian, do you want to start with should we start with it looks like we're starting with the Milwaukee Station project first. So as you can see here, our current project is adjacent to the existing historic Milwaukee. We've got both a connecting commercial component as well as a residential component that you can see there. The residential component is 112, what we're building to be very nice upscale residential housing. We're walking right now into the rendering of the commercial component, and on the commercial side, on this main level, we'll have a wine bar, as you can see, that opens to an exterior public seating patio that looks over the park and the river and the courthouse across the river. We'll also have a coffee bar. We anticipate multiple counter-serve restaurants that will have multiple offerings there available to the common seating for public. And this is stairs from the existing event space associated with Milwaukee up to a mezzanine level event seating that can be rented independently for either weddings, board meetings, whatever you like. It'll be able to be scaled from smaller meetings to larger. This is a component of the development that will be available to our tenants, which will be a private outdoor seating and hardscaped fire pit patio area that overlooks the park and the river as well. As you can see, we've paid particular attention to some of the upgraded amenities that we want to bring to the residents there, including each will have their own larger balcony to enjoy the views of the river. We've got, obviously within walking distance of all of the downtown areas, including the exciting 400 block of Central, 500 block of Central. We're within walking distance of West Bank, connected to the River's Edge Trail. We've got a lower level protected parking and storage areas that'll be available to the tenants. We've got rooftop paver patio planned that will have views of the river, fire pits, communal grills. We want to bring to the tenants as many amenities as we possibly can. In fact, we're working to towards a mutually beneficial arrangement with the Lofts at the Station and the Lofts at the Northern, so that anyone living in either location can share some of those amenities. So Jason, maybe at this point, I'll turn it over to you to talk a little bit about what's going on with the Lofts at the Northern over the Mighty Mo. And Jolene, I'm not sure if you have to unmute Jason or if he can unmute himself. It is, and Jason was going to join both by computer on the phone.
There he goes.
Am I there?
Yep, you're here,
Can you hear
Jason.
me?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. I'll give a quick update here of the Northern Lofts project at 412 Central. The lofts consist of 18 residential apartment units on the 2 floors above the Mighty Mo brewery. Currently, this project's in construction with a projected completion date of spring of 21. So we're moving along. We're starting to get close. The renovation's been historically sensitive, keeping as much of the original feel of the building as possible. A lot of what you're seeing on this particular slide is historic original woodwork. It's gonna be refinished and keep a very true feel of what this building has been. The units themselves will have higher end finishes with an urban loft feel, keeping the exposed brick, higher ceilings, and finishing with clean contemporary finishes. We're excited on this project for the energy that's building on Central Avenue and look forward to the lofts being another significant step in the right direction for Great Falls in the downtown area in particular. So,
Excellent.
thanks,
And
that's all I have, Jolene.
thank you both. And if you don't mind sharing with us, why downtown Great Falls?
Jolene, this is Brian. I'll jump in there too. You know, we've been residents here forever. I mean, we grew up here. We went to school, Bozeman, Missoula, came back. We've established our businesses here, our families here. So, you know, we're deeply rooted in Great Falls. We believe Great Falls has a great future. We love the trend. And, you know, if you look at how the downtown area in particular in Great Falls has progressed over the past decade, it's been great. There's been a number of successes with elevation, N-Bar, just buildings that have been redone for other professional businesses, LPW, you know, the Mighty Mo, parts, some that we've been able to participate in. So, you know, we really like what's going on there, and it's been well centered in you know, the 400 block Central. There's some other exciting ones that are coming next, you know, next to it within a block or two of that location as well. And it really seems to be becoming an entertainment focal point for Great Falls. And we want to continue that. And we feel like bringing some high end loft style residential units to downtown will help enhance that and give people sort of the ability to live, work, and play in that area.
Excellent, thank you. And I do believe one of the tools that you're accessing is the opportunity zone designation.
That is absolutely true. Both of these projects are part of what's called a qualified opportunity zone business, which is one of the few qualified investments for what's called a qualified opportunity fund, where people place their money if they want to elect deferral of capital gains that they've incurred as a result of a transaction. There's significant benefits to deferring gains to the opportunity zone, including deferred payment of taxes, a reduction in your taxes, and ultimately what you reinvest in, such as these projects. If you hold it for 10 years, the gain on those investments is tax-free. So there's some great projects. You know, we through these projects and others have been working with national experts in the opportunity zone field. And so if anyone has questions, wants some assistance in that field, or just to understand more about it, they can feel free to contact me. You can put them in touch with me if you like. That would be Great Falls as well as surrounding areas or other parts of the state too. It's a great tool. We've been working with one of the retired senior partners for KPMG, and in his opinion, it's the best gain deferral tool that the U.S. has seen.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Well, we really appreciate you both sharing these projects and investing in downtown, and look forward to your next projects. Oh, Brian, I did want to ask one last question. What is the timeline do you see on the Milwaukee Depot?
We are looking towards we'll be implementing here shortly Implementation depends a little bit on some of the types of implementation that we select. We've been looking at, variety of methods of construction, whether it's modular versus stick frame. And so that'll drive the timeframes to some degree, but we're looking at probably early 2022 as a completion date.
Oh,
That's subject obviously to, factors that are affected by a number of things, including our current COVID issues. But everything from material availability to subcontractor schedules will affect that a little bit. But yeah, that's our goal, and we're on track for that as of now.
fantastic. Well, thank you both for sharing your projects and vision with us. And we're very, very excited about these investments. And we definitely, if people have questions about Opportunity Zone, I know that you are a local expert on this, and we appreciate that help and guidance.
And no problem. I'm happy to help out any project that helps out Great Falls.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're going to move on to Drew Hicks. He opened Central Avenue Meats this year in downtown Great Falls. Drew, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello. Good morning.
Hey, morning.
So please, Drew, tell us a bit about your project.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. Sorry if I look tired. I have a 1-year-old who's teething at home. So I'm going to try to do this on my phone, and we're going to see what can go wrong. But yeah, just wanted to show everybody, if you haven't had a chance to come in yet, or if you're considering any development in downtown, I just want to share the success that we've had down here at Central Avenue Meats. It's been great. I mean, we are obviously in somewhat of a advantageous business, especially in the middle of a meat shortage when we started. But yeah, the community has been incredible here. I mean, the intentional support, especially from older people, to brave the parking and come down here to invest in local product from local ranchers has been really encouraging. I get the sense that people want more and they want to do more, especially if things like the parking, the garages are maybe encouraged more than they are right now, or I know that there's been some potential signage that we have talked about putting up to direct people downtown. But even in a year like this, we saw a ton of tourist traffic, people coming from Canada, other places. And yeah, it's been great. So I guess why listen to me when I can show you, if I can show you. This is kind of a layout of our space. LPW and Slater did an amazing job on this building. This used to be a 5 and dime store. I believe original building was, construction was 1897. And so what we specialize in here are local aged meats, specifically beef from the McCafferty Ranch and Belt. And we are now bringing in some local pork from Fall Tree Farms in Loma. So, and potentially some lamb around the holidays. We're still working on that. So this is actually, last night we were bringing in a fresh 8 carcasses on Central Avenue last night, which people always get a kick out of watching us pack the beef in. But kind of standard butcher shop fare. The biggest thing that I'd like to emphasize is just how helpful the GFDA and the BID have been in helping me get this product, get this product in people's hands and this project going. Between the grants that were made available by Joan and the other people at the BID, and then just working with Jolene and Jason and everybody over at GFDA. Everything from a business plan, the things that I kind of knew I needed but didn't want to do, to everything else. It's been awesome. We've been very successful down here, and the community has been very supportive. So
That's great. Thank you, Drew. We appreciate
course.
that. And that was an unsolicited plug, just for everybody on the phone. But Drew, tell us, so you chose to move back to Montana and back to Great Falls and open your shop in downtown. Tell us a little bit about that process and how you came to decide that downtown Great Falls was for you.
Sure. So from Geraldine, a nearby town of about 200 people, Great Falls was the big city. Went to Missoula and then Denver and then Brooklyn and Colorado Springs after in the last 5-6 years. I just see a ton of opportunity in Great Falls. I mean, my wife and I had planned on coming back to take care of my dad, but I think everyone can see how quickly Central Avenue is starting to gain momentum. I mean, I'm very excited, obviously, to see those lofts go in above the Mighty Mo. Those are people that we hope to provide with their daily meat, and especially the condos or the building, the residences over by the Milwaukee station. But there's such a great layout downtown here. It's so easy to navigate. On a non-COVID year, the amount of events that take place on Central Avenue are they're just really accessible and really easy, and it's still affordable to build down here. This project would have been 6 times as much in any of the other cities I've lived in. And there is just a base of people who are very intentionally going out of their way to support local development. So I think that there's a lot of momentum right now in the downtown.
Yeah, thank you. We see that as well. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. Greatly appreciate it. And we love having you in downtown Great Falls. Have fun cutting that beef up.
There we go.
Thanks, Drew. All right. Well, we're going to move on to hygienics and Keith Crone. Keith, are you on?
I am. You
All
hear
right.
me?
We can hear you. Hey, we can see you.
Perfect. Sounds good. So I'm here at my building. I'm another downtown partner to Great Falls, GFDA, and the city. I decided to present from our building. My wife and I recently purchased. It's the Metropolitan Building here in downtown. I'm currently 2 years into my business. I decided, hey, it's time to get out of the house. My wife is sick of me there, so I'm moving into 313 and a half Central Avenue. And so my business for hygienics is I do industrial hygiene and environmental engineering services. Actually, GFDA is one of my clients doing brownfields assessments. And that's one of the tools I utilized in purchasing and acquiring this building downtown was the phase 1 aspect of it, to look at different parts and pieces that may or may not be impacts. If you have any environmental concerns, GFDA has this assist with developers in looking at properties so you know what you're getting into. I'm one of their cool people to assist with that, and with hygienics, that's some of the work that I do. Industrial hygiene work specifically deals with environmental and occupational health exposures. And so my business is a professional business. I'm one of 4 current clients, include Department of Defense, as well as doing insurance work for folks. I'm very excited to expand now that I have a 3,000 square foot space up on the 2nd level here at the Metropolitan Building. To speak to that a little bit, we're currently, as you can see behind me, we're in the process of renovating the space. So I'm just really excited about this. My wife and I have torn out most of the brick that you can see that took out. We're using tools that Great Falls offers. So I'm also an opportunity fund guy. We had some capital available, created an opportunity fund, and was able to put that into a down for the building. So what that does for investors is it allows you to invest and take that money and put it out for 10 years so you don't have to pay taxes on it. It's a great tool, and with the growth that's occurring here in downtown, we're very excited for what's coming. It feels like there's a sense of community down here. It's totally exciting. Another tool that I utilized that I recently received was tax increment financing from the city of Great Falls. And so currently it's the sidewalks are what they allow for the program, but we're looking to expand that in the future with the city. The city commission has put a directive out there to allow additional types of needs that these downtown buildings have for renovation efforts. I hope that sums things up in a nutshell for folks. If there's any questions, please let me know.
Keith, that's fantastic. And unfortunately, I think that the internet.
Oh, I can't hear you, Jolene.
Where you're at. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
There we go.
I'm in a cave.
No, this was great though. The tools, the TIF funding that you're accessing, the opportunity zone, the brownfield cleanup. I mean, we have an arsenal of tools in the downtown area to put to work. And I love that you're capitalizing on as many as possible.
Thanks, Jolene.
Fantastic. Keith, thank you so much for sharing. We are really excited to see this building in your space. So we look forward to seeing the finished product. We're going to move on to our next speaker, Scott Reisner.
Yeah.
There you are, and NBAR and the block.
Yeah, so I will go ahead here. Just a quick review. I think most people on this call probably have somewhat about us, but we are into almost 3 years into our investment into downtown. We started about 3 years ago with construction of NBAR Craft Cocktail Lounge, where we took basically an abandoned space off of 5th and Central and really tried to use as much of the original framework of the building with the exposed brick in the storefront area. Obviously, you can see the large exposed windows there that give us some great access and how we can mess with the lighting. We had support instead of getting LPW, we made Tim Peterson, one of their partners, a partner in our business, which was a great asset for us in downtown. And so that project opened about 2.5 years ago now in downtown, and has been much more successful than we could have ever imagined. Obviously, we've been growing the business and doing things like that. But for those of you that haven't seen that, check it out. And we'll keep going through the slides here. And one of the things we like best about downtown, I'm not sure the order of these. You want to go to the next one, Jolene? Yeah, is our ability to do stuff beyond just our storefront. So downtown Great Falls, one of the best aspects for us being downtown is being able to grow our business beyond just what our business does and finding partners in the downtown area. The past handful of years, this year, we had to take a year off, but partnering with the folks over at the Mighty Mo Brewing Company and putting on large downtown concerts and events. And working with the city, the BID, the GFDA, all the local stakeholders, and making events like that possible has been a huge success for us in the previous years before this summer, and we look forward to bringing them back next year. But bringing anywhere from 1,000 to our 4th of July concert, which had over 5,000 people downtown last year, and being able to find stakeholders, investors, people in downtown that are always willing to contribute, put in, and help with projects like that bring new people downtown. What we've seen as we've grown our business is the number of new customers we keep getting downtown almost on a daily basis continues to grow as people kind of rediscover downtown Great Falls. With that, our other project that people know is we're about 1.5 years in now to opening the Block Bar and Grill. If you go to the next one there, we got a couple things. But basically, we took the space next to us as well, which had, turned over a couple times. We had some great partners in the building owner, Maury Novak, who owns our building there. We leased our 2 spaces, and there had been, a couple businesses in and out of this space for a while. So what we tried to do was, again, work with that historic feel of the brick industrial look of downtown, put an open kitchen in there, which going from no kitchen to a kitchen is a learning experience in an old building. But it's been a great success. We do high-end grilled cheese sandwiches, as high-end as you can get with grilled cheese, and open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. And yeah, it's just been a tremendous experience being downtown. We really chose downtown for a number of reasons. The biggest being that we see the growth and potential like everyone else here. We view downtown not as competition, but as density. And as the density of downtown grows and downtown becomes more of a destination, whether you're going to Fire Pizza, Mighty Mo, Celtic Cowboy, Pizzazz, any place that's talking here tonight, we're going to just help each other out with spillover traffic. And we don't want to have to be a destination. We want downtown to be the destination, and then you'll find all the amazing places that are down there. So that's kind of our story as we have 2 businesses under our belt and are hoping to find more opportunities in the future.
Well, we're hoping you find more opportunities as well, Scott. Well done. We love that you're taking over there, NBAR and the block. And frankly, I think you summed it up so well. And I know that this is the feeling that a lot of us downtown share, is that we want downtown to be the destination. And we've seen that tipping point occur in our business, where people are coming downtown to visit the variety of businesses, starting at your end or starting at the 100 end and walking all over downtown. So thank you. Thank you very much for being a catalyst project.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, we're going to continue with our downtown projects, and Veronica with Pizzazz. Are you on, Veronica? You're going to have to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There you are. Yes, thank you.
Yay, okay. All right, I'm really feeling like the old broad here, because man, everybody's so young and energetic, and I'm hoping I can continue on, but I just wanted to give you a little bit about Pizzazz. Pizzazz has been downtown for 35 years, so I am the old broad on the block. So I bought it 17 years ago. It'll be 18 on October 31st. It'll be my 18th year. And we've grown from a small little kitchen shop to a really cool, hip corner market. And we have a bar inside. Now we have a full liquor license. We have a cooking school. We have catering. We have a small event venue. And this corner market in Delhi has really done quite well, especially during these weird times that people don't want to cook for themselves 7 days a week. So we've kind of found a little niche, and we've brought a lot of new people downtown. So yeah, it's been really exciting, and I'm hoping to keep growing. And I just have to find interested people in investing in my corner. So if anybody's interested, it's got to be in food, entertainment, or travel. So I'm very focused on what I do. So anyway, but I've loved being downtown. I've seen some high highs and low lows. So I think, but after every low, there's a high. And right now I'm feeling like there's this great energy and wave of young entrepreneurs that are excited about being downtown and living downtown, working downtown, and obviously playing downtown. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
That's fantastic. And I love your perspective. I mean, being down there for over 30 years and owning it congratulations on your 18th year.
I know.
That perspective and the fact that you were choosing to invest more and continue your expansion in downtown Great Falls.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
I'm
exciting.
excited to see what's going on. So.
Yeah. Well, you have a great concept, and we're just super pleased to see your expansion. What types of tools have you utilized over the years, Veronica, to make this happen?
Oh my gosh, I'm very creative when it comes to money. I'm very protective of it, so I don't ever do a project that I can't pay for upfront. So at the very beginning, I took advantage of something at MSU in Bozeman. It was a senior business class, and they did my business plan for me because the senior class needed to find businesses that they wanted to take on. So there was 4 gals that took on my project, and they drove up, and this was about the cooking school when I was adding that. So they did the business plan for me for free. All I had to do was my time and travel down to Bozeman. And I've utilized the BID interior grant when I renovated the building that we're in now. I got a grant from the state of Montana for $30,000 for infrastructure. Didn't have to do with my my equipment or my fixturing or anything like that. So I got the money from that, and then I needed to build the kitchen. So I called in favors. I called people in the industry and said, do you want to sponsor my kitchen? So I got my appliances paid for, I got my countertops paid for, and I got my lighting donated. So my beautiful kitchen in the back of Pizzazz was almost free. And then I used the Buddha program that used to exist here in Great Falls. When we renovated that building, we used the Buddha program to tear down the whole inside of the building. So I've been very creative in making sure my projects don't put me in the ground.
I love it. That's fantastic. And that's so what it takes as entrepreneurs. You have to be scrappy and creative.
Yep.
And just ask and get the word out. Fantastic.
Yep,
Thank you
exactly.
so much for sharing with us. We really appreciate that. And we look
Thanks
forward
for inviting me.
to Pizzazz. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Our next project is more of an opportunity. We have a couple opportunities that we want to present. And this is an opportunity on the corner of 321 Central. And the owner of the building, Justin Medill, is actually working an ER shift right now, so he wasn't able to attend. But he prepped Christian Linehauser, our downtown business development officer, to share his opportunity with you. Christian?
Good morning, everybody. There we go. The TV.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
All right, do we still have an echo? Is your computer on? How about that?
We're still echoing. Why don't you go ahead and turn yourself and then you go to mine? Sorry. Okay.
There we go.
Just a second. Okay.
All right. So welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. We're working through it. So 321 Central Avenue is the largest opportunity right now, empty opportunity downtown Great Falls. So just again, like Jolene said, Justin Medill put this together. So we have the vision that he sees for the building, where it's at, a little bit about the space, the history of the building, which is amazing, and then kind of how it's already set up as a turnkey data center, and we'll get into that in a minute. So the vision that he sees, this is a four-story building. The ground floor he really sees as an open, just kind of an open air market, something, event space, something in the evening people can go to, some type of dining restaurant. Right now, the space is still currently set up as a call center, is the last tenant that used this building. But then also the second, third, and fourth floor, because the building is already set up as a call center, or was, and everything is still there, it's kind of an easy plug and play that a new business that wants to move in, doesn't want to have to spend a whole lot of money outfitting a building. It's already set up and ready to go. So again, here's some of that vision that he sees for that ground floor, with the event space and a fine dining restaurant, things like that. It is in the center of downtown Great Falls. It's on the corner of 5th and Central. I'm sorry, 3rd and Central. I'm sorry. But yeah, and we're also, you know, it's also in the opportunity zone, as you heard earlier this morning about that. So it's a massive building, 82,000 square feet. It is, like it says here, it's one of the largest turnkey available tech-ready buildings in Great Falls, Montana. A little bit about the history. It's been around since the 20s. It was formerly the Bon Marché department store. It was the Shurian call center and NEW for a long time. So, and that's kind of how it's still set up. And for you seasoned veterans out there, if you're familiar with the Thunderbolt and Lightfoot movie with Clint Eastwood, that was filmed right here in Great Falls. A little bit of the Art Deco architecture that's still on the building. Some interior photos of how the building is currently set up. Like I said, it's already, I mean, all the desks are there, chairs are there. What happened? There we go. I'm not going to read through this slide. I'll leave it on just for a few seconds, but this gives you just kind of the overview of the power and technology ready features of this building. I mean, it was like I said previously, it was already set up as a call center. It was basically set up with the UPS system and the rooftop generator, so that way when the call center was up and running, if there was any break in electrical service, that it would basically just switch immediately over without the phones even cutting off, so nobody would even know that the power was off. That generator is also run by natural gas through Northwestern Energy in the city. A few photos of just how it's set up. The entire building is also run with Cat5 cable, which is pretty pricey to do now, and already having that done. So this is Justin's information here. If you need to jot it down, if you do want to contact him, you can get with us and we can put you in contact with him. So thank you.
Great, thank you, Christian. So that is the first of two opportunities that we want to present right now. The second is the Great Falls Tribune building. Caleb, Alex, are you on?
Can you hear me?
Ah, perfect. We can hear you, Caleb.
Yes, hi. Thank you very much for inviting me. So just so people know, for an introduction, I'm Caleb with Bell Cornerstone. We're the commercial real estate agency that is responsible for the listing of the Great Falls Tribune building. I have access to audio today, but not video. Are you able to get the PowerPoint presentation up?
Yep, we have the screen on right now, Caleb.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see on that first slide right there, the property is located on 25 River Drive South, right off of the water. It's waterfront property. If you go to the next slide, it should have some bulleted information about the property listing. Is that up and running?
It sure is. We're on the property.
Perfect. See, look at that. We got technology going. Yeah, so it's a 4.4 acres, 38,000 square foot facility being sold currently at 2.375 million. That's the listing price for the property. Now, you know, just as I mentioned, this is an opportunity right now. Our client, Gannett Media, is interested in offers and they're interested in closing quickly. So they said that although they're not married to that number, anybody who has able to close within 2020, that's going to go right up to the top for our client and catch their interest. So anybody, whether they're an investor or a developer, they have ideas or they have an interest in the property, we're happy to schedule tours and get them to take a look at it. And you know, ultimately, this is an opportunity for the Great Falls community. I think there's another slide there that just shows you, the next one just shows you a view of the waterfront from the rooftop. That is the first property, my understanding, the first property in Great Falls that has a helicopter pad built on top of it. And the last slide just has my contact information on there. If anybody in this conference call has questions or thoughts or wants to take a further look at the building, they're more than happy to reach out, or I'm sure you, Jolene, or Christian would be able to provide them with my contact information, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions that they may have. Did you have any questions for me right now, Jolene?
You know, I don't, but this is such a great opportunity, Caleb. We really appreciate you being on to share this with us. This is such a beautiful location and really impressive facility.
Well, again, I appreciate the opportunity for being able to come on here. I do have to get going. I have another meeting coming here in a minute. But again, if anybody has any questions or thoughts about it, you're more than happy to reach out, and I'm happy to have a further discussion about it.
Great. Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if we had drums, we would do a drum roll right now. Let's see. Jeff, are you on, Jeff?
I'm right here. Good morning.
Good morning. So we are really excited to have Jeff Miser here with us. And Jeff, tell us about the project that has been previously under wraps that you're announcing right now.
Well, I heard that this might be the worst kept secret in Great Falls, other than the tunnels, I suppose, right? But I'm here this morning to tell you about Mountain Wave Distilling coming to downtown Great Falls. As we talk about people who have moved away and come back, I'm a transplant myself. I'm a recently retired Air Force combat veteran, and looking forward to settling here in Great Falls, the family and I. I was here initially in, let's see, it'll be 1999. And we've now lived here for the last 8 years. And it's interesting to see how the time has changed, how the town has changed from, you know, back in the late 90s to today, and watch it grow. And we're excited about that. So next slide, please. Before I get to the business, I just want to throw out a couple quick thank yous to everyone, Jolene, Christian, everybody, Jason over at GFDA, who's certainly helped out and given good advice along the way. Casey Kingsland down there at the Mighty Mo, and the Mighty Mo in general, and Seth down there, they have been absolutely outstanding, providing advice and direction and guidance to move forward. And then Keith Crone was on here earlier telling you about the Metropolitan Building. So that's where we're going to be located at 313. He has kindly agreed to take the upstairs space, as we will occupy the main space on 313 Central Avenue. So LPW has been working all of our design and architectural needs, and we appreciate them as well. AD Creative out of Billings has helped along the way make these slides look a little better than I initially gave to them. But also a quick shout out to everyone else who's helped along the way to get this project rolling. Next slide. All right, here's a couple pictures of the layout. You can see the Metropolitan Building up there. Hygienics is going to occupy that second floor, and then Brush Crazy next to there. Next slide. Come on, Christian, you had one job. All right, so you can see that we hope to create a unique space on Central Avenue there as well. We're going to have indoor-outdoor combined space that people can, again, enjoy. We talked about a lot of the downtown concert venues, a lot of the non-COVID years events that occupy the space on Central Avenue. We want to be a part of that. We want to be part of that community, and we hope that this building offers that sort of accessibility to Central Avenue and to our space as well. Next slide. This is a little bit about us and about Mountain Wave. So it's a craft distillery. We're gonna run batch craft spirits. And the next slide will have some pictures of those. I will be the owner and head distiller initially. We hope to employ anywhere between 8 and 15 people. I mean, it's a project in process right now. Again, talked about happy to be located in downtown. If you've walked by, you can see that, and Keith has done a lot of this as well. He has done a lot of the demolition in there, and we hope to have that renovation starting soon before the snow really sets in. So we're opening late spring and winter of 2021. And Christian, if you keep that slide there, a second to the craft brewery versus craft distilling. There are several Montana towns now that have, you can see Spotted Bear Coffee Liqueur, Bozeman Spirits down in Bozeman. What else? Trailhead down at Billings. We're joining that community of craft distillers across Montana. And this will be an exciting new business in downtown Great Falls. And we're really excited to bring it there. Really excited to produce all varieties of liquor and some seasonal stuff as well. So the mark is already cornered on Huckleberry vodka though. So no Huckleberry vodka, but we will have a tasting room, and we will also have a counter that will serve craft cocktails as well, that you can come in and have a couple drinks and then go enjoy the rest of downtown Great Falls. Next slide, please. All right. Beyond the local Great Falls community, we're involving the Golden Triangle and all of central Montana. I'm in conversation with several ranches north of here about sourcing locally sourced grains. We want to really tell that craft story from farm, ranch to bottle, so that you know where the ingredients that you're drinking are coming from. And I think a lot of people associate with that as well. We are not going to be a straight up bar. It's going to be more family centric. It's going to be more tasting and tours. It's going to be a space for folks to hang out. We're going to have a mezzanine in the back that'll overlook the production floor, that you can certainly have client meetings back there. Will be available for private meetings and private parties. It'll be a really unique space that'll have a tremendous view, and will be very semi-private for you to for downtown clientele to come enjoy. Next slide. All right. So as we've covered a lot today, and I know I'm probably approaching my 3 minutes there, we're looking forward to be part of that downtown community entrepreneurship. I also look forward to partnering with a bunch of folks, supplying liquors to N-Bar, associating, doing fun, unique things with the virtual reality store next door, incorporating things with pizzazz, and being able to work with all our partners downtown and be part of that larger community and to sponsor some of those events. This is a project that's still going on. So renovations are going to continue to happen. Man, those stills will arrive in mid-January, and we hope to be making product almost immediately after that. And then we'll open the doors for you when we are ready. Next slide. There's a little bit of us. The website the domain is available, but, well, when I say it's available, it's not available because I purchased it, but the website has not been loaded up to it yet. We'll be there soon. So make sure you keep visiting the website, mountainwavedistilling.com, for updates, and we'll work to keep that thing current as well. And we'll be on Facebook and Instagram soon. So again, my name is Jeff Miser, and mountainwavedistilling.com will have all the information you need pretty shortly. Hopefully it'll be up by the end of this week. Does anyone have any questions?
Jeff, that's fantastic. We are so excited to welcome you to downtown Great Falls. And, our community is ready for our own distillery, and for you to get that farm to glass product out there across the state. So thank you so much. And we are excited to work with you every step of the way.
Well, I'm excited about continuing this process with everyone, and I look forward to all the new neighbors.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So next, we want to transition into some visioning. As you recall, the City of Great Falls, all of our community partners downtown in the Business Improvement District and Chamber and GFDA, and we all partnered together on a community visioning last year for downtown. So we want to share with you some of those visions that we have, and then some projects and some opportunities that go in line with these visions. So we're going to start with the 100 block. As part of this project, we did identify 3 specific blocks, and the first that we want to talk about is the 100. Now, mind you, these products, as you see here, the outdoor seating, the storefront renovations, taking them back into the windows and the brickwork that was from our historic nature, down through, those are the renovations. Now, if we continue on, we see infill opportunities. This is an example of just one of those infill opportunities. This one is an empty space right now, but the architects put in that outdoor seating and a restaurant idea there. And then we get into Tracy's, which we know has made some huge improvements already, and the outdoor seating. And this is a look from the streetscape going into that infill opportunity that they're picturing here as the restaurant, the Italian restaurant or bistro. Restaurants and those small farm to table were identified, outdoor seating were identified as wants and needs from our community. We had hundreds of community members participate in these visions, which is exciting because that shows the local support and groundswell for this type. This is Kellergeist and the vision for outdoor, more outdoor seating, perhaps food trucks, and providing what the community wants here. Now, while we're focused on the 100 block here, any of these concepts, this outdoor seating, there's opportunities for infill in several locations downtown. The building renovations, there's a lot of opportunity downtown, and we're still a market that is a lower cost of entry than many. Farm to table, again, mentioned there in that first block. So I'm pretty excited to talk about one project that is underway right now, and that's the Kellergeist, which unfortunately the German, Matthias Schalper, was not able to join us this morning because he is meeting with an engineer at the building, and this was the only time they could do it. Kellergeist is a pub theater downtown. It is in the old Albrecht furniture building, 111 Central Avenue. It was one of the first 2-story buildings in Great Falls and in downtown Great Falls. It's been a variety of things over the years. It was a furniture store for almost 100 years, and then it was turned into a theater and a community theater. Then it was vacant for several years, and Matthias and myself, we purchased the building knowing that we wanted to invest in downtown Great Falls. Matthias is from Germany, but when he came here, he fell in love with our community, and we decided to invest. So we are turning this into a space that is a large entertainment space, pub theater with a German focus. What we see in the market is that a lot of community members have spent time overseas because of our Air Force and our high population of veterans. A lot have spent time in Germany and have an affinity for Germany. And we've seen that with our mini bar that we're operating right now in Test Bar. But right now we're going through the permitting process. We will be opening an 80 seat event space in the back and continuing the front space. So it's not a super large event space, but it's meant for more intimate gatherings, meant for foreign films and different types of entertainment that aren't currently offered in the market. So we expect to be fully under construction in November and to be open 6 to 8 months after. So we will be open next year. Hopefully, knock on wood, we really want to be open for summer, and hopefully some of these restrictions are lifted and the community is healthy and we're able to host events again. In the meantime, we just have outdoor activities, which is great. So that's a little bit about how we're enacting the vision on that 100 block. The next block that I'd like to move into for the visioning is the 500 block. We were able to work with some property owners down there and really identify opportunities and what the community would like to see. Again, these visions can be enacted anywhere downtown, but these property owners have opportunities and were gracious enough to partner with us on this downtown visioning. Christian, do you want to talk about the 500 block?
Yeah, just use microphone off yours. So, you know, we talked about the 100 block, and then we're gonna move on down to the 500 block. Again, so this block doesn't have a lot of infill opportunities as the 100 block does, but a lot of these businesses that are here on the street level are already established businesses. There is a lot of space on the upper levels for development, and that's kind of what during that visioning process in the last year, that was something that was identified, was those upper level development opportunities for apartments or offices, lofts. I mean, you know, the opportunities are endless, really. You can see here that the upper floors of this section of buildings has not been changed in over 60 years. There was already a design for this to kind of see how it works out. And they're showing space for 76 market rate studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments, which is just amazing to add that number of livable space downtown. And then also on the back side of this building, there is a space for, or I guess on the back side of these buildings, there is a space for a rooftop terrace that can be used for the apartment residents that live there. So this is kind of showing the front facade of the whole street there on that bottom photo. The top left shows some of the established businesses that are there. And then also there is some opportunity, which we will get into on this 500 block on that ground floor. But then it also shows you kind of how some of that build out on the second level could be done. So here's just another few pictures. Again, you know, there are some great existing businesses. There is definitely opportunities for this block as well. So the bottom left photo, that's kind of like the terrace that I had mentioned, just kind of what it could be designed as just a space for residents that live above these buildings. So talking about the opportunities, we get into the corner of 5th and Central, which houses Dragonfly Drive. Allison Freed, who's the business and building owner. Allison, are you on the call?
Yep, I'm here.
Allison, so why don't you tell us a little bit about you know, your business, a little bit about you and what your opportunities are in that building.
Okay, I'm Allison. I've had Dragonfly Dry Goods for 22 years. It's the largest specialty boutique store in the state of Montana. It's a little bit over 10,000 square feet. And we just are a weirdly a tourist destination, I would say. People come from all over the country, world, and we have Montana product and souvenir kind of ideas, but just a really nice kind of lifestyle store is a word that a lot of people like to use. And it's just really walkable, attractable. People spend a lot of time here, which helps all of us. Like, we love to refer people to restaurants and other events that are happening around us. I feel like sometimes we're just like the information. Everybody's like, where do we get to? How do we get to this next place? So it's been a great experience for that. I do have a restaurant space that is 3,000 square feet that could be connected to this existing business, Dragonfly, or it could be a separate entrance. It has the original Woolworths department store lunch counter. So it's 75 feet of a lunch counter in there that is original and beautiful and has a lot of possibility for just a restaurant or a market or kind of a wine bar, sushi. It could be a takeaway kind of place. So that's exciting. And upstairs is 20,000 square feet. That could be offices, like you said, or apartments. It's in really great shape. And the building being 1891 is when the building was built. I've had guys come through here and we're like, we have not seen a building that is in this good a shape. So I'm happy about that, considering I am here and have to take care of it. So that's just a little bit about us.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Allison. And these opportunities, you're open to a variety of different types of partnership opportunities, correct?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways this building could be set up and divided out and figured out. I love doing what I do, but I don't have the ability to do a lot of these other projects that might be perfect for this building. So.
Sure, that's fantastic. And this is in the opportunity zone and in the TIF district. So there's a lot of different tools that we can utilize to help make cool projects happen here, whether it's in the restaurant space or in the space above.
Correct. Yes. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Allison. We are going to continue with the building that's next door to Allison's, the Oxford at 512. Maury, are you on or?
Jolene, Maury and I are here together.
All right. Hi, Mark.
Hi. Maury Novak and I have Noyce Properties, which owns the old Oxford Hotel, and it's actually 512 and 514 Central Avenue. There's two storefronts there. Currently, both are occupied by Let's Play Games and Toys. They're a nice addition to downtown. The building was a former hotel that ceased operations in 1974. Main floor and basement, mezzanine, have about 25,000 square feet. It's got the original woodwork. As you can see in the picture, the nice skylight transom. It's been cleaned out for the most part. A lot of the original woodwork, wainscoting. We've done some roof work. The transoms are there. We've got some designs drawn up. We have currently right now, we envision 6 1- and 2-bedroom units on the second and third floor with a small penthouse goes out onto the roof up on the third floor. Let's Play Games and Toys leases 5,000 square feet of the 25,000 available. It has about 30 rooms right now, and we envision it going to 12. Foundation's in good shape. We've done work to preserve the option to pursue the historical tax credits in the residential units. Lead asbestos assessment done. There's very little to abate, and it is opportunity zone eligible. We've been busy on some other projects, haven't got to this one yet, but one of the options that we had discussed, with Allison a while back is to connect hers, and in between is Jack's Pet Center. I think that would be available. And from what I understand, the lobby bar has changed hands as well, but they've got an unrenovated upper floors as well. We discussed maybe connecting those as one large project. But, at this point, if someone comes up with the money or the plan, we're open to discuss any options. We just want to see downtown continue to thrive.
That's great, Mark. Thank you. It's a great space and a great opportunity. And you triggered something for me. And I know that we're using these for Kellergeist, but there's a lot of opportunity downtown Great Falls for the historic tax credits to help with renovations. We have the opportunity zone. We have the TIF. GFDA has loan pools that we really want to put to work, especially for good projects downtown. So there's a lot of different resources and tools available.
Now, I just want to give a shout out to Maury here, my partner. He was one of the first ones. He bought that Quarry Block building in 2000, and the subway was up front, but everything else was in need of repair. And so he's put a lot of time and effort into opening up those commercial spaces on the ground floor, and those 8 units up above are very nice. So, and
Yeah.
he says GFDA was helpful as well in helping him finance that and get that going.
That's great. Thank you. Yeah, and Maury's done an excellent job with the Quarry Block building. It's just fantastic. Great. Thank you so much, Mark. We really appreciate you sharing what's available on the second floor there of 512 and 514. Our visioning continued onto what could we do with some of the emptier spaces, the parking spaces. And we looked at the First Avenue of First Avenue South and about between 2nd and 3rd. And a key partner on this visioning was LaRue Page Warner Architects. And we've asked Megan Baylock if she would be able to present the vision for a potential container park on First Avenue South, the infill project. Megan?
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, this has been such a fun project to get to be a part of with our firm. We're super just committed to our community. We love Great Falls. So this was a super fun area to get to focus on. So I guess we'll just go through the video first to show kind of what it would look like if we infilled this existing parking lot. So you can see here, we went with a 2-level shipping container park. They're prefab, they're cost effective, structurally sound, you know, they have ease and speed of construction. And so we thought this would be a really cool way to kind of infill this corner lot here. You can see there are a lot of individual smaller units that could be rented for potential startup businesses or businesses that just, you know, don't need a large space to rent and don't want to pay the cost of rent for the space. So we show an interior courtyard space here where families or coworkers could come and gather, play games, you know, eat outside, and also some food trucks that could park there and just encourage really just gathering for this kind of corner lot here and kind of finish off that corner versus just having an open parking lot, how it is now. As we continue down First Avenue South, we maintained parking in the center area for both of the new infill lots, but on the corner here, we're proposing a 5-story apartment building with underground parking, a market on the corner. These would be higher end apartment units. And on the top, which you can't see in this video, we proposed a restaurant and grill that would overlook downtown and the river. So you can kind of see just as we wrap around here, the potential for what an apartment could look like on that end of the lot here that currently is, like we said, just a parking lot right now. We really think, again, once we had our downtown visioning meeting, people really desired, you know, livability, places to live, but also obviously places to shop and a market of some sort. So that's what we had fun proposing for the 200 block. So on this slide, you can see that's currently what the site looks like right next to the Worldwide Press building. And we didn't really want to compete with that building a ton, which is why we went with a little shorter 2-story container park on the corner. Next slide. And then these kind of just show you how we laid out the space, how we showed 1- and 2-bedroom apartments on in those apartments, and then maintaining, again, parking in the middle for both sides, but really just drawing people kind of, I think that this block could really be completed by doing some infill while also maintaining some parking and really just providing more opportunity for, again, startup businesses, current business owners, and providing just more opportunity for people who want to invest in Great Falls.
Thank you, Megan. This is pretty exciting, and there's great opportunity there to maintain parking, like you said, but add that infill element that people are craving, that people really wanted from that visioning process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. This could be a really fun project. So
Well,
we love to design for our community, and this was a super fun opportunity for us to get to be a part of.
Oh, well, we so appreciated your help, LPW and AE2S, and all of the partners that helped to make this happen. This was a great process, but now it's time to get to work and get these things done. And I don't know anybody who is as excited and as bullish about our economy, well, aside from myself, as Brett Doney. So I wanted, Christian and I wanted Brett to finish off with the overall vision and send us off ready for action. So Brett, I'm turning it over to you.
Thank you, Jolene and Christian, and thank you for all of our presenters today. But most of all, thank you to everyone who has been developing and doing business in downtown Great Falls. The momentum that we have is really exciting, and it's been built on the success of our entrepreneurs and property owners downtown over the last few decades. I really feel like we've got some great momentum going, and of course, our shared goal is to not only keep it going, but step it up several notches. So thank you all for what you do every day to revitalize and keep downtown Great Falls great. We have been expanding our tools to help with downtown revitalization. We're really pleased to see the growth in the city's tax increment financing district. That has been made possible by investments that people have made over the last few years. That pool of money is growing. The city plans on investing some of that in renovating the Civic Center, which is a gym for the downtown. But as Keith mentioned, us downtown advocates have been working to try to convince the city to be a bit more aggressive with that tax increment financing fund, particularly to look at life safety improvements, fire protection systems, as well as handicap accessibility, two things that aren't 100% cost of projects, but if we can help more projects with 5, 10, 15% of their project costs, I think we can make more things viable. One of the advantages that we have in downtown Great Falls, and you've seen a number of presenters talk about it, is the affordability and the customer response. You can buy a property downtown, you can rent a property, you can start a business far more affordably than other communities. And our customer base does respond, and they're extremely loyal once they find a business that offers great customer service and creativity and value. And we've seen wonderful examples of that downtown. Some brand new companies and some that have been around for a long time, but keep reinventing themselves to stay current with customers. So I congratulate everyone involved in that. So we've stepped up our efforts. GFDA partnered with the Business Improvement District to create a downtown business development officer. Christian stepped into that role in January, and we're really excited to be able to focus on helping existing businesses downtown to thrive, helping entrepreneurs to create new businesses downtown, helping developers tackle new projects, but also to target both developers and businesses from outside the area to come into the Great Falls market and invest in downtown Great Falls. We want to ask you for your help in this. So if you see a business that may be willing to expand with another location, if you see a real estate development that you think in another community that you think would be a great example for our downtown, please let us know. Reach out to those people if you have relationships with them. It's really a team effort to attract investment for downtown. We're very excited about our local investors that are stepping up with all kinds of different projects downtown.
and not just the developers, but also local investors who are willing to invest equity, either as an angel investor in a business or to put money into an opportunity fund like Big Sky Select Properties. We've also been increasing some of our other economic development tools to support downtown development. We've been lucky enough to build our loan capital, so we're very eager to put that capital to work in downtown. We also have a new brownfield assessment grant from the EPA that we can offer more phase 1 and phase 2s. As Keith mentioned, that little bit of help in the pre-development phase where it's hard to spend money when you still haven't acquired the property yet. But we've done a number of phase 1s and phase 2s downtown, and now we'll be able to continue that. We also have an expanded team of business advisors that can help you with business strategy, business planning, as well as an expanded business development team that can help with a whole variety of things. So whether you're an existing business downtown or you want to explore an opportunity, we really want to partner with you to help make that happen. We've got some other exciting projects downtown. I really want to give a shout out to the Business Improvement District, NeighborWorks Great Falls, for starting the Montana Arts Fest that has been working on murals. I predict that that's going to become a summer arts festival that's going to be a mainstay for our downtown to complement Western Art Week that will get back to the usual March schedule at some point here. But also we have the wayfinding project that we're in the preliminary draft of a wayfinding plan. That's also being led by the Business Improvement District and with many partners. As soon as we have that plan, we want to begin immediate implementation of that. That covers not just downtown, but the entire Great Falls area. But of course, we want to start with the core and heart of our community, which is downtown. The Downtown Great Falls Association has been doing a great work with events and promotions. They upgraded the Explore Downtown website and have with support from the city and in tax increment financing for the Downtown Development Partnership. We are going to be able to make further improvements to that downtown promotion website. The Downtown Development Partnership has been doing a great job. Its annual meeting is coming up. We meet the 4th Wednesday of the month. So if you want to join us, we're open to anyone. You can go to the Explore Downtown Great Falls website. The Downtown Development Partnership of Great Falls is a fully accredited National Main Street organization. We've been following that very proven model for downtown success and have learned a lot from the national network of the National Main Street Center, as well as in the last couple of years, we've joined the International Downtown Association. We've learned a lot, but we've also been nationally noted for the Pedlet program that was developed by the Business Improvement District. So we have a lot of tools. We're working together to revitalize downtown Great Falls. We've got some great projects that you've heard about here today. We've got others that we know are underway, and we had some great announcements today, as well as some fantastic opportunities. Our goal is to never let an opportunity go by. So if it's viable, we want to help make it happen. Whether we're just standing there cheerleading or buying your goods and services, or whether we're more involved to make it happen. It really is a team effort. And I know how hard it is. I know how hard the last 6 months have been. It's going to be a hard winter. So our first priority, of course, is we don't want to lose any business. If there's anything we can do to help, so if you know of a business that is struggling, please reach out and help them. Patronize them. But also, as we've seen over the last 6 months, despite the challenges of all this economic upheaval and the pandemic, despite that, we've had new businesses opening downtown. We've had new real estate development projects moving ahead, so that the entrepreneurial spirit in downtown Great Falls is alive and well. I know it's hard work, but we really appreciate everything that you do every day for downtown. Let's go out and make it happen. Let's work together and spread the word about this. We want to see more things happen downtown. I know you do too. Thanks for your time this morning.
Great. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, everybody who participated. We sure appreciate it. I can't emphasize enough, though, what Brett said as far as if you see something that you want in downtown Great Falls, let's make it happen. Thank you all. Have a great day.